Hello, I'm Martinus, and welcome to a quick introduction to Bobs Blobs, a new generative plugin for Resolume. Bobs Blobs makes blobs. These can morph, join, and separate over time, but also make for simpler expressions as pure spheres drifting along the screen. Going through the parameter list, we can start with size that sets the base size for each blob. This can be varied by using the size variation setting. This makes the size parameter a base for the size instead. Next are the blob and side tension parameters. These decide how much the blobs will cling to the other blobs and the sides of the screen. The plugin has two colors, a top color and a bottom color. These can work as a highlight and shadow or a background and foreground type of coloring, especially when using borders that can turn it from a 3-color setup or a 2-color plus alpha to a 2-color setup. The next section deals with the movement of the blobs with horizontal speed, vertical speed, speed variance, wander, and a position offset, which can seem quite dramatic. Looking at the speed variance parameter, it spreads the speed per blob. At 0, all blobs will have the same speed. At 0.5, the speed will vary between horizontal and vertical speed and 0. And at 1, the speed will vary between horizontal and vertical speed and negative horizontal and vertical speed. The wander parameter just adds some random slow movement to the blobs. The position offset adjusts the randomization of the blob positions. It can be used kind of like a random seed if you need variations to your blob starting points, as these always will be the same if at 0. But it also loops, making for a fourth way to control blob positions. Then there is the border parameters. These can fill the screen from top, bottom, left, right, all the way to the opposite side of the screen. Combining these with the side tension can make for interesting and unique looks. X-elongate and Y-elongate are ways to drag out the blobs to lines in the respective directions. When combined with Arena's timeline and an envelope, these can expand the looks you're able to get from the plugin, and used in creative ways you might also even get a clock. Splat is splatting, obviously. The last parameter is more of a setting. This is the retrigger with clip that when enabled retriggers the generator when the clip is triggered. If you're triggering columns and don't want to reset the blob animation, this can be unchecked to have Bobs Blobs keep moving regardless of triggering. Please note that preventing the retrigger will not work with Arena's timeline animations if you have that driving something there. A workaround is to use the BPM sync instead, which then again should prevent any retriggering of the patch in the background. Thank you for checking out the plugin and the introduction, and I hope you found it interesting. Have a nice day!